First, though, we had a very big party last week to celebrate 10 years of Loose Women. It was fun, wasn't it?
Oh, it was masses of fun. Didn't we have a laugh?
Oh, it was brilliant.
It was brilliant. We
all
got to dress up.
We arrived at a big double-decker. I didn't even notice it had our pictures on it.
No, I didn't. I saw it today in the pictures in the magazine. But we got to wear really lovely dresses, didn't we? And oh, there we are. Had a good bop. I did a little bit of singing, didn't I?
You did.
I didn't talk well.
You are a really good singer, actually.
Really are.
But more importantly, did you or did you not manage to get off with Peter Andre, because you were trying very, very hard
Can I just say, the poor boy, bless him, was shaking. They asked him, you should take Zoe Tyler out for dinner, bless him. No, I didn't end up, but I did end up snugging another dark Greek boy by the name of Anthony Costa. But it was all in the name... No, it was all... But it was all in the name of a song. It was part of our act. We did a lovely duet together.
I don't quite get that picture.
I don't get that picture either.
I'm
doing the swooning bit.
He's
holding
bending
her down
me
like
backwards.
that.
Oh, I see. I just couldn't see.
Looks like he's holding a dog. Oh, he isn't.
It's good to be back.
It's good to have it back.
Do you know, my favourite bit, I have to say, were my boys.
Your boys?
My boys came and sang. We had they're called the Greatest Take That. And they're the Take That tribute act.
Yeah.
And they sang it, they performed at my wedding in August. And when we heard, having a Loose Women party, I sort of said, you've got to get these boys on, because they were so good. And
Do you remember getting up on the stage with them?
Yes! And do you know what was really interesting?
No, she didn't.
I did. I remember going, ooh, he was saying, you harmonise.
We remember you doing that as well, Andrea.
Yeah, that's why we left.
Can I just say, I think it was a fantastic night, but what was the most amazing thing is that it was 10 years, and they had this video going of us all over the 10 years and things, and I thought it was quite emotional.
Yeah.
You know, when we all look back, and here we all are now, and I just thought, what a great night, and what a thing to celebrate our 10 years here on Loose Women. Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah.
I just think it was lovely, and there we are all looking slightly worse for wear, I have to say then. But particularly Carol.
Yes, that's Peter Andre snogging Jane.
Oh, it is!
We don't talk about
me.
that, do we?
And what is Denise doing?
Jane
Yes, she was a bit.
Well, I think we all looked gorgeous. Very glam. And talking of glamming up for a do, tonight on ITV1, Joan Collins will go on a crusade to bring back glamour, as she says she's fed up that the women of Britain have let themselves go and are becoming a nation of frumps.
I think people have become sloppy. I think they've become lazy in their grooming and in themselves, because I think they're more interested in being on the internet, in texting, emailing, and watching TV. With a little bit of discipline, every woman can look and feel her best. I want to bring glamour back to Britain.
Aha! Oh, Joan Collins. Oh, I know. Hi. Hi. Do you recognise me? Yeah, you do. Who am I? Joan Collins. And look at you. I look a bit surprised.
Now, in today's Express, journalist James Dellingpole says, if we go with Joan Collins' useful definition of glamour, and that is, being glamorous says I'm worth taking time to be the best that I can be, then we'll be taking a step in the right direction. That's what he thinks, but is he right? Do you think we should just do what Joan says we should do?
Well, you see, I think she looks fantastic, don't you? Yes. And I just think, I don't know how much effort it is, but I just think she looks wonderful, and I think we have slightly lost that. Don't you agree, in this country? I think we've got lazy. And I think, like, my mum, for instance, still looks absolutely amazing. She takes the time every day to do her hair, to do her makeup, to do her dress, and everything.
You always look lovely, Sherry.
But you've got to care about yourself. It's called self-worth. You know, when you go out in the morning, you've got to feel good about yourself. There's nothing worse than going out in the morning and thinking, this isn't right. You know, you said that the other day. You had a day when you said, I didn't feel good today. I wasn't dressed the way I normally did.
It was yesterday.
It made you feel bad all day. And I think
yesterday. And I don't know if you noticed, but I was in a bad mood.
And it's about illusion and glamour and just putting yourself out and feeling good about yourself.
But there's a huge, huge difference between, what Joan does, which is 100% glamour, And I think there is taking care of yourself, and there is having respect for yourself and looking the best you can. And then there's Joan Collins, And Jane McDonald.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. And that is, it doesn't matter, however glamorous I try to be, I'm never, ever glamorous. I look all right, I think.
You're stylish.
Well, I take care in what I wear. I care about what I wear. And yesterday, it's true, you're absolutely right. I was in... I don't know. I dressed down on purpose because I had lots of things to do and I needed to be comfortable and I had a lot of walking and things to do. So, but when I got here, I just felt like a tramp. It ruined my day, actually. So today, it took me so long to decide what boots to wear today. I was late for work.
She was.
Seriously.
Just for boots. See, I don't understand that. See, I like being, like, the party. I loved looking really glam, feeling glam, dressing up. You know, I like what I've got on today. But, you know, the first thing I do when I get home, get it off and put me Jimmy Jams on and me furry boots. For me, it's about home.
It's different.
Yeah, because who really wants to totter around your house in stilettos?
What
I mean,
she's saying is, and those pictures that she showed, and she's right. You know, sometimes you do look around
wearing no makeup.
No, but you look around
wrong with wearing no makeup.
You look around this country, and people do dress down, and everybody does. So it's fine to do that. And you do look and you think, you know, all these girls walking around in UGG boots and just not really dressing up. I know it's a uniform, and that's how they like to dress because it's comfortable. But I think what Joan is saying is
it's not Dallas.
It's not, and it's not Dallas. It's never going to be Dallas.
She was a dynasty, actually.
Oh right.
But I did. It is true. It's true. When I wanted to move to Paris, that was half of the reason because I thought I love when you walk around Paris. The Parisian women, they really do dress up every single day.
And do you think with them that it comes naturally? Because, you know, some would say there are women out there who are, you know, very glamorous, very dressed up, but they look like they're trying too hard. You know, I know, for example, you know, when I'm at home and, you know, leading my normal life, going to pick the kids up from school or what have you, I look really quite dreadful.
But
it's different. But have a look at this. This is Victoria Beckham going to her son's school fete. Now, can I say I don't look like that? And look at the heels. I don't know if we've got another picture of her shoes.
Sorry, you're going to your son's school fete. She's not going to get down and dirty with a football, is she? In those stilettos and those shoulder pads.
So do you think that that's...
Get your wellies on, girl!
Do you think that she is the modern equivalent of Joan Collins, if you like? Because Joan Collins represents a different era.
That's, for Victoria Beckham, that's dressing down. No, that is her.
Because it's leather, it's wiped clean.
Look, the thing is with Victoria Beckham, she looks comfortable in those sorts of clothes. And I know how much that outfit cost. It was probably, you know, not far off £10,000. So if I were her, I'd be wearing it every single day. I'd wear it to bed to get your money's worth out of it. So if she wants to wear it to the school fete, good luck to her.
But we don't want to see Joan Collins and Victoria Beckham in tracksuits. We want to see them looking like that.
We have an expectation of
we
them.
We do, Carol.
So
you go, Joan.
Go, Joan.
Yes. We'll be all right on our jimmies, won't we, Andrew?
OK.